what's up everybody? Dan here with Total Shape, and if you're thinking of trying out Alpha Male's TRT Clinic, watch my review till the end because I'm trying them out for some time now and I can tell you exactly what to expect. Now here's the deal. I'm gonna give you the punchline right now. I'm not actually, by the end of this review, I'm not actually gonna recommend you use them because I can't really stand by them, and I'm gonna get into the details of that as I go on in the video. But what I am doing is I'm recommending the one TRT clinic that is phenomenal, that I've been personally using for months now and that I stand by and that everyone who uses raves about. It's called Fountain TRT. I'm sharing a link down below that you can use to get a really good deal in your first month. I'll expand more on why I like them so much later in the video, but let me give Alpha Male their fair shot and tell you what I didn't like about them. But first, let me tell you what I do like about them, and that is that I want to be fair to them, right? They are a legitimate, 100% legitimate clinic that a lot of people, they give good reviews. They have a bunch of 5-star Google ratings, and I have a feeling it's more towards a certain product that they offer. I'm not going to mention what it is, but it's definitely not their TRT side. They do offer quite a few different services, but here's number one, and this may, make me sound a little ignorant to some of you out there, but it's founded by a female, okay? And so our TRT is specifically for males, generally speaking. So it's founded by a female, okay, who's just not a man, who just tells me you're not gonna understand a man's needs as much as a man. But get this, I can walk by that no problem, right? But the second issue is that it's founded by someone who is an NP, a nurse practitioner. Now, I'm sorry, I'm sure you studied really hard to become a nurse practitioner, but if I'm gonna inject hormones into my body, it's not gonna be hormones that are provided to me by a company founded by somebody who's not an actual medical doctor, okay? The jump in knowledge from a nurse practitioner to an actual certified medical school graduated doctor is they're worlds apart. So that right there just made me lose faith, but I figured, hey, let me try the process out, give them a fair shot. The entire process was nothing but one big sales pitch, because like so many of these clinics, they don't offer their pricing, unlike the clinic that I'm gonna recommend to you later in the video. They don't offer their pricing on the site. They're not transparent, and the reason why is because they offer some bogus base price, and they'll say something like starting at $99. Yeah, $99 to look at your blood work maybe. And then after that, it's 50, 70, 50, 70, and they try to upsell you. Oh, do you also have ED issues? And all of a sudden, you're paying, God only knows how much every single month. Whereas with the clinic that I'm gonna recommend later, it's one flat fee with everything included, but I'll get there in a second. The other issue I didn't like, even though, I don't go this route, I pay out of pocket personally, they didn't take insurance. Now, I can't say this for sure, but typically speaking, when an online provider is saying no insurance, it's because they're trying to protect themselves from a legal standpoint, okay? Because if there's any kind of malpractice done, then the insurance company will come after them, okay? But if there's no insurance, then they're just, just little old you versus little old me. Oh, sorry, little old single person trying to sue big old me. I'm a huge clinic, they're probably gonna lose. So that just kind of stands as a red flag for me. But the last pro I'm gonna give to them, because I do want to be fair to them, they don't just offer TRT therapy, in other words, testosterone replacement therapy. They also offer ED medication, other different medications like low libido treatments, and they have this interesting thing called IV and hydration therapy. Now, I have an uncle who's a very highly trained firefighter. He's also a medic as well, and when he gets super dehydrated, he's actually skilled in being able to hook up a saline IV to himself and hydrating himself. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about here, but honestly, if they're gonna give hydration therapy and it's gonna be done remotely, I guess the work would be up to you, and you would have to, be good with the syringe, I guess. But either way, they offer that, so I just wanted to mention it because I've never seen that in any of the clinics that I've reviewed, and it's probably a pretty good service for those of you who are trained enough to basically hook yourselves up to one of those IVs. That being said, let me get back to Fountain TRT, the actual clinic that I can recommend. I've been using them for months. It's one flat fee, $199 a month, and it's all inclusive. And guess what? This is not one of those clinics you're gonna sign up for, and once they have your money, you're never gonna hear from them. That $199 is all inclusive, including having pretty much 24/7 access to all these different medical professionals that are very, very informed. And if any of your questions are a bit beyond them, they'll get a doctor, responding back to you ASAP. If you want to cancel or freeze your account at any given time, even for a month you're going to be traveling or whatever, they give you no hassle. It's canceled, and you can either leave, no questions asked, or you can reactivate your subscription whenever you get back in the States or whenever you, choose to continue your treatment. The other thing too is they offer both injections and topical. So some of you might be afraid of needles. I'm not so much, but I definitely prefer the cream because it's just easier. You just have to make sure you put it high up on your arm, and so you don't want to come into contact with anyone you're brushing up against. So make sure it's high up in your arm, and if you're wearing a muscle shirt, you might even want to put it on your upper shoulder. But that being said, it works just as good as the injection. So they offer both of them, and again, it's all inclusive. The stuff works great. My levels have increased. All the benefits that you see people raving about with TRT, you're gonna see. TRT is mainstream now. It's no big mystery. It's not just something that rich people can afford. But either way, whatever you can or can't afford, that link down below will give you a great deal again on that first month with Fountain TRT. There's nothing more for me to say really, except I trust Fountain TRT to the max. You can look at my other reviews on my channel where I rave about Fountain TRT and compare them to other TRT clinics. That being said, hope this helps out. See you in the next video, guys.